My name is Zach Moline. I was born here in Peking, Louisiana, 35 years ago. My family, what's left of them, been here since the Civil War. Greenberry Moline, my grandpa, were living in Coopertown, Virginia. And when the war came, they fled the war. They were sick of fighting. Luckily, the war ended when he got here to Peking, so he didn't look like no quitter, though he was. Started a sorghum farm and a pretty good one. In fact, when the sorghum was king, he was the king of sorghum, so they said around Peking. He gave 50, 60 acres to the sorghum. Granddaddy Greenberry took himself a wife. This here the only picture of her we have. Let me read you what it say here on the back. Granny Moline, big dining table, always full of good eats. She loved to cook and patch things, couldn't read or write at all. When the farm failed, Granny Georgia, well, she had nothing to cook, in fact, no food at all. She just flung herself in the big river. We all watched her sink. She left Granddaddy Greenberry to raise a whole Moline family. They had 2 kids, my mama and Uncle Alderberry. Uncle Alderberry took to drinking, took to it bad. But when the sorghum was king, the Molines and Peking was proud and rich. Look at this place now. Folks is poor and depressed. We's having trouble. The fields here used to be 40 feet high, so it seemed to boy my age. Now look at the fields. They lay empty. Empty as a widowed bed. The people's depressed because of it. How could they not be? You look around, you don't see nothing growing, you don't feel like growing yourself. Hell, everything in Peking seems like it's either closing up or falling down. The people's here is God-fearing people, and rightly so. Look what God did. Put a smite on the damn land here. But when the sorghum was king, there was high times. Everybody had money in his pocket. They all went on the booze on the nightstand of some harlot, and God seen it. He bet he seen it, and he smite the sorghum. Suppose I could move away. Be an insult to the Moline family. They came here, put down roots. I've been living in Peking all my life. I didn't even try to move away, even when the sorghum went bad. My cousin Ubi did, though. He went up north to Flint, Michigan, to a barber college. He come back and opened up a 2-chair shop. He had a pole that spins out front. Time got bad, it got took by the bank. So now he had to paint a barber pole on the wall so people know he a barber. He a good barber, though. Does my hair. Nowadays, I spend most of my time down at the river. Fish, throw stones, and talk to the river. Down at the river now, just mostly me and the Chinaman. My granny, she flung herself in this very river, you know, and one of these days I expect full well I'll pull her up dead. There was a time you come down here to fish, you couldn't cast a line without hitting the deck of a boat all piled up high with sorghum. Look at the waters now. This here downtown Peking. Peking was originally started by the Swiss people, and when the farming failed, the people, well, most of the white folk, they moved downriver to the city, leaving most of the Chinamen here. Hell, one Chinaman did all right for himself. He opened himself a bar, the Don Ju Swiss Club. Figure with a name like that, everybody'd be in. When Peking was booming, these tracks seen so many trains or rails was gleaming. Polished like a rich folks' silverware. Now, hell, you could sleep on the damn track and not be woke up for days. Peking ain't no choice town, but it's solid. Been through 4 big tornadoes and 28 hailstorms. This here caught the very house I was born in. I lost bits and pieces of it over the years, what with weather and wear. But Peking durable. Somehow it survived. Now, look like times is changing. Kmart building a store here. Maybe the sorghum coming back too.
Corcos.